Well, this will be part two of that longer one I just did because I had to cut it off to a phone call. So sorry. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about again what I was saying basically about working and putting all my focus to keep my mind. And no matter what you do, whether it's work or hobby or whatever, it's good to have other things, the sports, whatever it is, you have to be able to put your mind on when you are having tough times. And we all do it. I don't care who you are, how tough you are, or mentally or physically. It's a challenge being on your own, especially for us older guys or women who have been married for long periods of time and then are all of a sudden find themselves alone and single again. So mentally, you've got to have focus on as many things as you can potentially do. Like I said, as they used to say to kids, keep your kids really busy and keep them out of trouble. And that's the same thing with adults. You want to keep us busy for we don't get into trouble or mentally depressed. So anyways, think about that. And I said I'm working out more now, trying to get healthier, do more cardio. I play tennis more now, things like that. I want to get more and more into pickleball. That's my goals going into 2026. And yes, I know I mentioned before, pickleball is, in my eyes, was considered like the old fogies sport, but it's evolved pretty massively now to all kinds of age groups and tournaments and pretty hardcore. So it's like if you like playing tennis and you like playing the net, that's pickleball for you. Much faster pace, which I kind of like. Working focus, I said, I also mentioned, like I said, if I'm not working, I actually beat myself up a lot if I don't feel like I'm accomplishing something when I'm not working, like my writing or my physical health or things like that. So I've got a lot to work on, and I think everybody does. And if you feel better about yourself, it will naturally broadcast to anybody else you meet and they enjoy your company. It's like they always say, hang with people who are uplifting, hang with people who are driven, hang with people who have really cool goals. Do you want to hang with somebody who's basically downtrodden and has no goals and just wants to sit on the couch all day? And I mean, each his own, I guess, but I don't. And that's why, as I look to the future and hopefully settle down again, maybe down the road, I want somebody who's going to be my partner in crime, so somebody who's my adventure buddy, who likes travel, who plays tennis, maybe even better, they salsa, Latin dancing, things like that I like. So interesting dynamics, but don't close yourself off either to, I've noticed on some of these women, they have ridiculous laundry list checkbox things that you've got to make the criteria for, otherwise they cut you out, and some of them do it quickly, some of them do it after a little bit. But so ladies, don't do that. It's not a black and white, it's a gray. Now sure, there could be some things that are deal breakers, as they like to call them. Like I won't date somebody who's a smoker. Okay, absolutely not. I won't date somebody who's a heavy drinker. No, it's just not me. And I don't want somebody, no offense, but somebody who's lazy, and maybe is just not showing any initiative to get out there and going, So I need somebody who's energetic too to push me a little bit sometimes as well, So and and when we have somebody that we interact with so well that we can both push each other, that's both intellectually, mentally, physically, whatever, it's all important, So get out there. I said, I know this is a tough time of year to all of you guys and gals, but I'm talking to guys, A lot of women think it's always all woe me, and it's unfortunately us men go through just as much. I've commented on many singles forums and stuff like that where they're chastising how they can't find a nice man anymore, or a guy who's a gentleman, or this or that. And I'm like, don't be jaded like that and put all guys in the same category, because we got good ones out there too. Just like I can say a lot of women are shallow or not and jaded, and because of their past experiences, which is kind of sad in my opinion. And obviously, as I'm older and they're older, they've been through a lot too. So some of them more than others. So there's a lot of baggage sometimes that comes along with that. So I hope that everybody can move on, get past that kind of stuff, look at the bright side. You know, we live in a great country, lots of opportunity, lots of things to see, lots of things to do, lots of nice people to meet. And obviously, if you do well, if you do whatever you want to do. Like I said, me, it's all about traveling and things like that. But everybody has those different things. Go do a charity. With this time of year, nothing better. I've done a bunch of those soup kitchens now over the last 6 months or so. And it's a good feeling. Even though I always get stuck doing the fucking the dishes, because nobody else wants to do it. Everybody else wants to just serve the people and see their nice, happy faces while they're giving them food. But yes, that is really nice, and obviously that's the biggest part about it. But somebody's got to do the hard labor too. So I always say, yeah, I'll do the freaking dishes. So, so anyways, get out there. Let's make 2026 the best year for all of us. Get through the holidays. I know it can be tough for some of you. I said that one relationship I mentioned in the previous video that was a very good relationship. She actually was on the hunt though for somebody, and she was aggressively on the hunt for it. That's because she actually reached out to me directly, just seeing me on a post or something on one of the local singles forums, and hit it up, and we had a good time. But we both knew that, you know, if she was to find someone else, that would change the dynamic immediately, and she did. I still think she's moving too fast, but you know who you are. But hopefully you be careful. But anyway, she's a good person, so I'm happy for her. But so yeah, it's a bummer because, you know, it was still nice to have somebody to hang with and things like that. But at the same time, I appreciated the time, and we can still be friends, and she could be my wing woman. I got a few of those now, so it's kind of nice. You know, they can help you meet other people, and hopefully you can help them maybe meet some other guys. So get out there, make friends, both guys and girls, and have a great year.